The Aramaic and Palestinian Targum, Numbers chapter 20. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel came to the desert of Zin on the 10th day of the month of Nisan. And Miriam died there, and was buried there. And as on account of the innocency of Miriam, a well had been given, so when she died, the well was hidden, and the congregation had no water. And they gathered against Moshe and Aaron, and the people contended with Moshe, and said, Would that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord? And why hast thou brought the congregation of the Lord into this desert, that we and our cattle may die here? And why didst thou make us come up out of Mizraim, to bring us to this evil place, a place which is not fit for sowing, or for planting fig trees, or vines, or pomegranates, and where there is no water to drink? And Moshe and Aaron went from the face of the murmuring congregation to the door of the tabernacle of ordinance, and bowed upon their faces, and the glory of the Lord Shekinah was revealed to them. And the Lord spake with Moshe, saying, Take the rod of the miracles, and gather the congregation, thou and Aaron thy brother, and both of you adjure the rock by the great and manifested name, while they look on, and it shall give forth its waters. But if it refuse to bring forth, smite thou it once with the rod that is in thy hand, and thou wilt bring out water for them from the rock, that the congregation and their cattle may drink. And Moshe took the rod of the miracles from before the Lord, as he had commanded him. And Moshe and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And Moshe said to them, Hear now, rebels, is it possible for us to bring forth water for you from this rock? And Moshe lifted up Jerusalem, and Moshe lifted up his hand, and with his rod struck the rock 2 times. At the first time it dropped blood, but at the second time it came forth a multitude of waters, and the congregation and their cattle drank. But the Lord spake with Moshe and Aaron with the oath, Because ye have not believed in my word, to sanctify me in the sight of the children of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land that I will give them. These are the waters of contention, where the sons of Israel contended before the Lord on account of the well that had been hidden, and he was sanctified in them, in Moshe and Aaron, when the waters were given to them. Then Moshe sent messengers from Rechem unto the king of Edom, saying, Thus saith thy brother Israel, Thou hast known all the trouble that has found us, that our fathers went down into Mizraim, and dwelt in Mizraim many days. And the Mizraim afflicted us and our fathers, and we prayed before the Lord, who heard our prayers, and sent one of the ministering angels to lead us out of Mizraim. And behold, we are in Rechem, a city built on the side of thy border. Now let us now pass through thy land. We will not seduce virgins, nor carry off the betrothed, nor commit adultery on the king's highway under the heavens we will go forward, and turn not to the right or to the left, to do any injury in the public way while we pass through thy border. Jerusalem, let us now pass through thy country. We will do no kind of mischief, neither seduce virgins, nor seek the wives of the men. By the highway of the king we will proceed, nor turn to the right or to the left. We have passed through thy coast. But Edomia answered him, Ye shall not go through my coast, lest I come to meet thee with the unsheathed sword. And Israel said to him, We would go by the king's highway if we drink thy waters, I and my cattle. I will give thee the price of their value. I will only pass through without doing wrong. But he said, You shall not pass through. And Edomia came out to meet him with a large army and with a strong hand. So Edomiah would not suffer Israel to pass through his coast, and Israel turned away from him, because it was commanded from before the word of the heavens that they should not set battle in array against them, forasmuch as the time was not yet come when the punishment of Edom should be given into their hands. Jerusalem, and Israel turned away from them, for so was the commandment of their Father who is in heaven, that they should not set against them the array of war. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from Rechem, and came unto Mount Umanim. And the Lord spake with Moshe in Mount Umanim, on the coast of the land of Edom, saying, Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given unto the children of Israel, because you were rebels against my word at the waters of contention. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son, and make them come up to Mount Umanim. And thou shalt strip Aaron of his vestments, the adornment, glory of the priesthood, and put them on Eleazar his son. But Aaron shall be gathered and die there. And Moshe did as the Lord commanded him. And they ascended Mount Umanim in the view of all the congregation, and Moshe stripped Aaron of his vestments, the priestly decoration, and put them on Eleazar his son. And Aaron died there on the summit of the mountain, and Moshe and Eleazar came down from the mount. And when the soul of Aaron was at rest, the cloud of glory was lifted up on the first day of the month Ab. And all the congregation beheld Moshe, came down from the mountain with rent garments, and he wept and said, Woe unto me, for thee, my brother Aaron, the pillar of Israel's prayers. And they too wept for Aaron for 30 days, the men and the women of Israel. Jerusalem, and all the congregation beheld Moshe, came down from the height of the mountain, with garments rent and dust upon his head, weeping and saying, Woe unto me, for thee, my brother Aaron, the pillar of the prayers of the sons of Israel. He made atonement for them once every year. In that hour the sons of Israel believed that Aaron was dead, and all the congregation of the children of Israel wept for Aaron for 30 days. This is the end of the reading.